In the past decade, the Stephens Stars basketball team has never had a winning record, but this year they've started off hot. In year two, under head coach Andre Bell, the Stars brought in 10 new faces to the program. Now with a 9-2 record going into 2023, they've set big goals for how this season will end.
Just one of those places where you feel like you can go and start your own history within a program that hadn't had much history.
With over a decade's worth of coaching experience, including an assistant position at Tennessee Tech, Andre Bell took over the Stephens College women's basketball team towards the end of June in 2021.
When we took this job, we knew that when we got it late in June, it was going to be a little tough from a recruiting front. So how fast and swift and strategic could we move to make sure we identify the right people?
With not a whole lot of time to form his team, Bell went 8-18 in his first season in Columbia, but year two was a different story.
Now I had time to do what I love to do best, and that's relationship build and recruit.
With 6 returners to lay the foundation, Bell brought in a group of 10 commits to join his team.
Talent is not hard to identify if you know what you're looking for, but getting the right people, you want to be very careful, because around here we don't say basketball team, we say basketball family.
With recruiting being one of Bell's favorite parts of what he doesn't just look for talent on the court.
Basketball will be the easiest thing I can teach them. What can I do as a leader to make sure they understand I'm invested in them? And I think that's the most important part.
And that's exactly what drew new players to the program.
He was going to value me as a person first, and I feel like I was really missing that.
Mental health and academics and everything else was his main focus before basketball. So I'm like, okay, I never had a coach like that before.
With the team taking down some big opponents early in the season, including the first program win against crosstown rival Columbia College, the Stars also are making sure not to get too comfortable.
I'll never get complacent, because I feel like a lot of teams lack that nowadays. Oh, we're on this 8-0 streak, and then boom, we come back and lose the game. So really what we focus on here is just one day at a time, our mindset and practice, because how you practice is how you're going to play.
Rather being 8-1 or 3-0, we still got a long way to go, because when the kids line up and they huddle up, they don't say Stephens, they don't say Stars, they say champions. So that's something they say they want to be. But I tell them every single day, to be that, we have to put the work in. They just don't make you champions.
But the wins put in perspective what this team is capable of.
I think it definitely put it in perspective how good we can be this year, and it does show other teams that we are to be feared.
My goal is to become one of the best teams in the AMC and one of the best teams that's talked about in Columbia, Missouri. I think we have a chance to be as good as we work, because just by adding talent, it won't happen.
With a chip on their shoulder and 15 more games before the AMC tournament, Stephens is hoping to make the underdog fairy tale a reality.
That's what I like about it. I like that people don't believe we can do it, but we don't need people to believe in us. We just need to believe in the work that we're trying to put in here.